What's up, YouTube? It's your boy iKaanic. We got another Anomaly tour diary vlog video for y'all. This time talking about Dublin. This is gonna be a little bit different because, to be honest, Dublin footage I don't have as much as the other shows, and there are reasons. So I just wanted to do more of a story time type video for the Dublin show because we can't skip out on a show. Right, the shouts out Dublin. The energy was crazy. We actually had probably more time in Dublin than any other city as well because we give one extra day to get acclimated to the jet lag and the time difference. And by one extra day, I mean we flew in. We had the day that we flew in because it was a red eye, so we landed in the morning. We had that day, and then we had 2 more days after that. So almost 3 full days, actually. But the first day was shot. This was probably the craziest jet lag experience that I've had. And I've been flying back and forth across the Atlantic since I was literally a newborn because of my parents being from Istanbul. So I would fly back and forth every summer. So I'm used to the jet lag basically, but we took a red eye from Philly the night before. So we're flying at like 8 p.m. and we land at like 6 a.m. ish, 7 a.m. We get to the hotel at like 8 a.m. Check-in is at 3. I didn't get any sleep on the flight over there, maybe like an hour on a 6-hour flight. And that hour was more of like an eyes closed type situation. So no sleep. And I think most of the team didn't get much sleep. We get there to the hotel. We're all kind of just zombies, and we can't really go anywhere. We get breakfast together, so that kills about an hour, hour and a half. We still have like 5 hours left. I go on a walk for another hour, 90 minutes. I'm exhausted, though, after the walk. The team is still kind of just spread out amongst the hotel lobby and the little work pods and whatever, different places to try to nap, basically. And then I get back after my long walk, which is where I recorded the Dallas, the last clip of the Dallas recap. So if you see that, it's the same timeline as Dublin. And yeah, I mean, we just waited in the lobby, napped, and kind of not really slept, but tried to rest until like 3 p.m., got in our rooms, and then I ended up sleeping for 4 hours. Woke up at like 8 p.m. Now I'm exploring Dublin. Now I'm exploring Dublin, going to different pubs and listening to live music. So it was just a crazy entrance into the other side of the Atlantic, basically. Ireland is great. I love the energy when you're going out. Listen to music. You'll see like Irish folk music being played, or just classic like sing-song rock, pop type artists. Another crazy story: when I went out that night, the first night that we landed, I was just chilling, listening to a band play at a bar, as you do. And these 2 dudes in front of me it seemed like they were just talking. Like there was no malicious intent up front. But then I see one of them just rock the other and then get another one in. So a quick 1-2 to the face, clean. Dude stumbling back, definitely knocked out already after the second punch. And then as he's stumbling back, leaning back, the dude gets a third one in. And I'm like, dude, the guy's knocked out already about to fall back, and you just hit him one more to launch him to the ground. It didn't look like he thudded his head on the ground. Like, I think his shoulders caught the impact, so that was good. I don't know about whiplash and whatever. And luckily, he didn't, like, hit a wall or anything on the way down. But he was out for a good 15, 20 seconds. Like, I kind of peeped for a second to see if anyone was going to help him. Because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Staff is there. And then, yeah, one of his friends went up and started attending to him, but the other dude that threw the punches just dipped. It was a crazy kind of thing to be right next to. I was probably the closest guy to the person who got knocked out. I don't know if he deserved it, what was said, but there was no lead up of high or aggressive energy to it. So that was crazy. And yeah, man, we went and saw nature a bit in Dublin as well. I forgot what it was called. It was Howth, H-O-U or H-O-W-T-H, Howth. Had like a cliffside, cool little coastal town. So that was cool to explore. And then the Dublin show. I do have some footage. It's not no footage. So let's enter the venue right now.
Never do this on a weekend.
My man Sam
Made it.
is packed. All right, we in Dublin. Opium Live. It's about to be lit. Got the bar. Got some closets. Got the audio guy. Got my man Sam and Mikey.
Could be nice.
Got the screen. I'm gonna be chilling up there, so I'll take y'all there soon. Over here.
Dublin. The show was crazy. You saw the layout of the room. I was kind of located up top in like across the stage. So if you're on stage, stage left, if you look up, I'm there. Here's a view of when Harry was going and walking through the crowd from my end.
From the side of this, y'all know I got a plan. I got names and places on your shirt, little names and faces. Showing me, y'all know the man about to smash this. Competition couldn't see me even with the glasses. I'm breaking it down, my life about to be fly. Wait, this coat is made by Levi's. I'ma bring it together from both sides. It's every time we rise, it's a different dope vibe. Rappers getting stuck, every down on they luck. About the competition, homie, we don't give a fuck. Winning every time they had niggas in the battle. I'm putting letters together like I was playing Scrabble. Right off the mental, y'all don't hear about the blast bars. I'll be racing around these tracks like it's NASCAR. On the mic, you know I'm scorching the sun. Push the pedal to the metal like it's Formula One.
So that's where I'm watching it from. My view is really obstructed. You might not have seen it from that angle, but the Harry's confidence monitor, the one that's normally on stage, where he can see a mirror image of what's projected on the big screen behind him, was like right in front of me. And I needed to like look around it to see, or I could see the audience, right? So I had a clear shot of when Harry was walking through, but like on stage, I didn't really have a clear shot of him. Also, Dublin had the most troubleshooting. Sometimes the venues that we go to have older technology screens, different ways to connect to it, wires, cables, this and that. The visuals, I might need to do a whole separate video on like the complexities of the visuals and what troubleshooting steps I run into and this and that. But Dublin was probably the most difficult one, the most different steps that I had to try, and we actually had to rely on a backup option that we don't prefer. I won't go into details on that right now, but there's different contingencies we can use and how OBS works and how it connects to the screens and this and that. So Dublin, we had to use one of the second, like not the main contingency, the backup to that. So I was already mentally kind of drained, didn't have time to record any of the pre-show like sound check stuff. There was also no cypher in Dublin, so no MCs to connect with, and like all of my checkpoints or all of my kind of pings to record something for the vlog were faltered in some way. Is that the word? I was distracted by them or not distracted by them because they didn't exist, right? The cypher wasn't there. My view was obstructed. So a lot of the on-stage moments I wasn't like reared to get clips of. Also, the jet lag and the tiredness was still kind of a thing, right? So I was just kind of full focus to just have the show go. Plus, when you're on the backup contingency on the visuals, I need to be more locked in. Not that I'm not always locked in, but just like there's this paranoia or slight stress or whatever. It's not like paranoia, but it's like that something could go wrong at any moment, and I need to be fully attentive even in moments where normally I'm able to pull out my phone and record for 15 seconds because everything's, operating how they should be. Those moments were few and far between in Dublin. But here's another one.
Come on, yeah, we be bouncing on the beat. We about to take it to the mountain peak. Out of Dublin, y'all know we can't ignore the vibe. I hope you're ready for this meteoric rise. Let's go, yeah, the team winning, but it's short.
Yeah, the Dublin crowd was extremely hyped. The smaller rooms, it was the smallest room on the Anomaly tour. It was about 600 people, I think. Sometimes the smaller rooms, the way they're shaped, the way the crowd is just more intimate, and the area of the room is like smaller, so like the noise gets amplified to a level where, you know, in a huge room with over 1,500 people, sometimes it doesn't feel as loud, which, you know, it might be louder because of just the sheer amount of people, but the acoustics, the way the sound's traveling, the energy, and all this. And Dublin also notoriously turns up, so, you know, it probably was just one of the hypest audiences anyway, because the last few times we've been in Dublin, they showed out. So I would expect nothing less from the Dublin crowd, and it was just a good time, man. You know, even though I'm up kind of disconnected for this show during the show itself, it's still cool to just be able to explore the city. One of the few that we had extra days in. And it also is when show kind of, or tour kind of kicked into another gear, mentally, physically, just the load of doing a show and then traveling the next day, travel the next day. The only time you get an extra day in this stretch is to like have time to reacclimate your body to the time zone. After Dublin, we literally flew out to London and did Fire in the Booth that night, that same night after the Dublin show. So I'm going to need to do a whole other video, maybe a whole reaction or just a story time on the Fire in the Booth. But that was epic, and I know y'all have checked that out already. And if you haven't, what are you doing? Go check out the Harry Mack Fire in the Booth. But yeah, I'll do a behind-the-scenes breakdown type video on that as well. But I like this chronological step-by-step motion we got going right now. So I wanted to get the Dublin video out first, then Fire in the Booth, then we'll do London, and we'll continue stepping through the tour. Shouts out to everyone who came through to my live stream freestyles every Monday. We're going to keep that going as long as we're in this apartment on a Monday. And then, yeah, man, just stay tuned. I'm excited, and we'll close this out with the final footage I have from the Dublin show where Harry's closing out and doing the roll call and the final freestyle energy. So appreciate y'all listening, and let's head back for the final moments of that Dublin show. Peace.
To the funk, you know what I'm saying? And everything that means is the greatest gift you can give to another human being. And y'all just gave it to me in a real way. I can never thank you enough. But Dublin, last but not least, I want to thank everybody in this room for being one of the livest, loudest, rowdiest, craziest, most insane, most undeniably sexy, most ferocious, most magnanimous audiences we have ever had the opportunity to perform for. One last time, Dublin, make some fucking noise! One more time, serve jazz on your wheels, Harry back on the round. Listen, we gon' do it to it one more time. Jazz on the wheels, listen, that's what we're on. Yeah, I do it live, often don't know any. This the end of the movie, time to roll the credits. Every time I lift this mic, I give my all. But it's not about me, so many people involved. Shouts to the security for forming a path and making sure we didn't have to fill the rap. Shouts to them, they good people, they was cracking laughs. Make some noise for this venue and this incredible staff. They the ones who show us how to do it. They the ones who help us rock with this music. So every time I want to sing, I gotta bring the crew and shots to sing when they can. Mikey, that's my man, calling on the screen, got me living my dream. Last but not least, we giving haters no leeway. Make some noise for Sir Jazz, that's my DJ.